Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the Pondcast Show. We're going to go over, today I want to talk about fishing gear, mainly for early spring. This is the rods that I usually use. Like a bait caster. What the hell are you chickens doing? This bait caster, this is the Ardent Apex Tournament. It is a 6:5:1 gear ratio and an 8:1 ball bearing. I mean, it's super smooth. It's very light. It's a aluminum body on here. Man, that thing right there, I'll tell you what. I feel like I go fishing right now. Man, what the? So this is the bait caster. This is the Ardent Apex Tournament. Give you a close-up on that one. And then this is the Ardent Edge, medium heavy. I like to use this one mainly for frog fishing or in the pads. I like to run it with a braided line, and it's an all-around. This is a must-have. This is a must-have. And I could throw swim baits with this. Topwater. I love the topwater early spring, especially when they're on the feed. Now this one here, this is the Ardent Finesse, the 2000. Now this comes in a combo. Now you can check all these guys out at ardentoutdoors.com. So this is the combo here with, like I said, it's the Ardent Finesse 2000. It's a little beat up because I've been using this one for years. This is the Finesse 6'6" medium action. All right, now I got to tie it on is a tube bait here. But early spring, I like to use the tube baits, but my go-to is definitely, I'm going to go with whoever you pick. There's Strike King or Cream. These are the wacky worms. So with this here is I get this tool. It already comes with some rings on there, or you can buy the packs of the rings. That's basically it right there. You just take your wacky worm. If you get your, hook tied on, which I like to use a 2/0 or a 4/0. Run your gasket right up on the worm here. However the hell that works. Yeah, see, I just lost it trying to show y'all. How the hell does this thing work? Just take the worm right there. Damn roosters, I swear. Look at that too. Here, you can put it on with your fingers if you want to. That's how I like to do it. But I got that tool free from somewhere, who knows. You're going to want to use that gasket. If you don't use that gasket, one fish will just tear this worm apart through the hook. Now I either run a 4/0, or it depends how fast I want it to fall. It's got a little bit more weight on the 4/0 or the 2/0. So if I want a lot slower fall from fishing in shallow water, I'll run the 2/0. Like I said, you don't need a weight or anything like that. You just take that hook and run it right underneath that little gasket there. That's it. That's your wacky style worm. Now this here is going to catch you a lot of fish in the early spring. So you're looking at mid-April, May, I mean pretty much all summer long, but this is, the fish are already spawned and they're looking for grub. So if you get on this here, it's easy for them to get. A lot of times when you cast it, let it fall. And a lot of times they'll hit it right on that first fall. And if they don't, just slowly lift it, let it fall back down. There you are. You just got to keep this slack out of your line. Make sure you keep a tighter line anytime you're using the wacky worm. You can also use, this is from Z-Man. These are the Ned Rig worms. That's all they are. Just like a little half of, you can even buy the wacky style worms and cut them in half. That's all it is. Now you can use the Z-Man weighted hooks here, or they have some made by VMC, which is the standard shaky heads. So what it is this lead is flat on the bottom here, as you can see. And when that falls, it'll stand just like this. So as you're lifting, it'll fall. So it's the same style. It's pretty much like the Ned Rig. It just falls down and stands up. That's what that bait's going to do. It's going to stand there just like this. These are great for early spring, midsummer, fall. So what you want to do is anytime you're bass fishing, you want to see. You want to throw whatever baits they're eating. So in the summertime they're going to go after minnows, shiners. In the fall they're going to go after some crayfish. And then, but early springtime is more of like the frogs, worms. More of a slower presentation. I still got to figure. Oh shit! Look at there. There's a hollow hole in the bottom of this damn thing. So what you must do. I ain't never used one of these. I throw it on there, right on the worm. So this little gasket ring tool, you must slide that worm in there. That's how that works. I'll be damned. Show you guys up closer here. So this little tool works just like this. So you got your gaskets right here. So you're going to pull this gasket all the way across the shaft here. Ain't that some you know what? Look at that. Just happened to look at that little hole in the bottom. Like I said, I've never used one of these. This was in the bag. But now, the old wacky tool is what it's called. That's cool. It makes it easier. So you can also buy extra rings, and they'll come in different sizes. So if you got fatter wacky worms, there you go. What else we got over here? Like I said, I would go with a 4-aught. These are from Eagle Claw. I'd go with a 4-aught or a 2-aught. And also the worms, you got different colors of the worms. Now this is the more of a natural color. These are always best to use. Natural colors is whatever the bait color is in the lake you're fishing, or a river. But also in them clear lakes, I'm going to use something with a little chartreuse in it. This one here is a watermelon chartreuse from Cream Lure. So like I said, I just want to go over a couple little things that I use in the early spring that I have most of my luck with. And then I've been using Ardent rods and reels for 5-6 years now, and I love this, the way their balance is, the feel. Like I said, you gotta check them out. I'll put a link below, the Ardent Outdoors, and just check out their product, because they have phenomenal products. Their rods and reels are just, they fit me the best. I have no problems with them. I tried many different rods and reels throughout the years. It's just, to me, it feels like their balance of their reels and their rods match up perfect together. You just got to make sure that you're using the correct equipment, the right reel with the right rod. You don't want no flimsy, them ones with them big flimsy tips. You don't want all that. You want to be able to set that hook. So when you feel it, you'll feel that bite, and sometimes it's just a subtle little bite. Could be a 4 or 5 pound smallie on there. It just ain't biting it hard. But you got to make sure you got that rod that's got a little bit of ass to it to set that hook. And that's, you want to make sure you feel everything. You feel the bottom, you feel little boulders or logs you're going across. You want to be able to feel all that. But you'll know that bite. Then when you go to rear back on that hook, it's got him. He ain't going nowhere. Just make sure you got the right equipment before you go out there. Make sure you're tied up. If you got a lot of pike in your area, use a smaller leader. I usually like to use the mono leaders. If I'm running through pads or any of that, it doesn't get hung up. So I mean, that's the best advice I can give you guys. Want a worm?